President Obama laying out his jobs plan in Chattanooga, Tennessee last week, but one columnist didn't think much of it. He wrote a headline that was titled, quote, "Take your jobs plan and shove it, Mr. President. Your policies have harmed Chattanooga enough." Well, the author of that article now finds himself fired. The Chattanooga Times fired Drew Johnson for, quote, violating the normal editing process, a policy Johnson says did not exist until after he wrote the article. Drew Johnson joins us now with his story. Drew, thanks a lot for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
You write this piece. Now, you've been writing a column for some time, conservative in nature, but you write this piece about Obama directly and what happened.
Well, ultimately, I was fired. The claim was that I changed the headline inappropriately, but I followed a very standard procedure. They changed the policy about how our headlines are written after I wrote the piece. And then I was fired for violating the policy that wasn't in place. When it comes down to it, it was all really the content of the headline and the fact that I wrote an anti-Obama headline on the day that the president was in town.
So the editor who fired you, did you get any indication from this person of the response? I mean, did this person say, "We've received complaints, I'm firing you"?
They said that they did receive complaints about the headline, which was based on a Johnny Paycheck song that everybody certainly around here knows. And you know, if quoting Johnny Paycheck is wrong, I certainly don't want to be right. But they got some pushback. But you know, the reason they hired me was to write these conservative, free market, limited government editorials. And you know, oftentimes that'll get phone calls. But in this case, there's this double standard with Obama, where if people complain about Obama, the media just overreacts.
That's for sure. So what did you say when you got fired? Did you fight it?
Well, I did. I said, you know, the policy that you're claiming I violated wasn't in place until the day after I wrote the piece. So it's impossible to violate a policy that's not in place. But they didn't seem very receptive to that. So now it's off to a job hunt, I guess.
So what do you think it is? What is it about Obama that turns reporters and editors and basically all of journalism just weak-kneed?
I've kind of been through this before, actually, with I was the guy who exposed Al Gore's utility bill as like bills are like 20 times higher than the average American. And it's the same sort of thing where this person is like this cult, you know, almost a prophet, almost a religious figure. And if you dare say anything against him, then the media way overreacts. And I think with Obama, there's certainly, he's got so many fans that, and fans in the media, that the media does all they can to make sure that nobody embarrasses him.
The irony is, of course, isn't the press supposed to be the watchdog, keeping honest those in power? I mean, shouldn't they be the last people who are sucking up to people in authority like Obama?
And the thing about it is, Tucker, I was hired as the editorial page editor of a conservative editorial page, a conservative opinion page. Yeah. So certainly that was right in line with what I was hired to do. So even, you know, expressing the conservative values that are supposed to be on that page, right, apparently, you know, aren't allowed anymore.
What a shame. It's a good paper, too. I used to work for its sibling paper. Sorry about that. Drew, thanks a lot for coming on.
Well, thanks for having me.